Hey, yogis, and welcome home to House of Flow. In this Strength to Flow, we'll be targeting the muscles needed to have a stable crow pose or bakasana. You'll need 2 blocks for practice, and I'll see you on the mat. Okay, so we are going to begin in a child's pose. Take your knees wide, big toes touch. So, a lot about crow pose is feeling the nice crease in the hips. So, child's pose is a perfect posture to kind of just get into that crease of the hips initially. If you'd like, you can rock your hips from side to side or roll the forehead from side to side. Inch the fingertips forward a little more, and then press the palms into the mat to send your seat back and down towards your heels. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. Now look forward. See that the hands are shoulder width distance apart. Round into your palms and straighten your arms so you lift your armpits off of the mat. Rotate the armpits in so you spiral the biceps up towards the ceiling and wrap your triceps back. From here, keeping all this engagement in the arms, tuck your toes, press into your palms, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And then as you press the floor away with the hands, scoop the belly in and lift your sit bones up high. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet hips width distance apart. We'll just take a hang. Drop your head, again working on that fold in the hips. So notice here that the crease in my hips is where I'm folding. I'm not folding at the low back or the mid back or the upper back. Rather, I'm lengthening my chest forward as I fold over the legs. And then, of course, is a natural little bit of rounding as you come into the fold. But we want to have as deep of a crease as possible within our hips. Okay. From this fold, walk the hands all the way back forward and then lower your knees down to the mat, tabletop position. Okay. So, as crow pose is an arm balance, always good to give our wrists, forearms some attention. So, turn your fingers out to the left and to the right. Shift your weight from palm to palm. Just do a little bit of opening and we'll get into the strengthening. And then turn your fingers back to point towards your knees, wrist open to top of mat, little bend in the elbows, rock forward and back. Spread the collarbones nice and wide here. And then shift the fingers to point back towards the top of the mat the normal way. We're just going to do one more. Turn your right fingers to point back towards you, palm up to the ceiling. Spread the fingers wide. Keep that right elbow bent as you take your left hand, stamp on top of the right hand, and then work to straighten the arms. Depending on your body, this could be super, super intense. So just be careful, go slow. If you feel like you have a little bit more, start to straighten the arm and spin the eye of that right elbow forward. So the crease of the elbow. Make little circles over that hand. Okay, rebend the right elbow, left hand down, right hand down, and we'll switch. So left fingers point towards you, palm up towards the ceiling. Take the right hand and stamp on top of the left. Whew. Straighten the arm as much as you can. If available, spin the eye of that elbow forward. Make the little circles over your hand. Bend the left elbow to come out of it. Place both hands down onto the mat. All right, let's talk about our grip for a moment. So, when we're looking down at the hands, focus a little more on your index finger knuckles, your thumb knuckles, and your pinky finger knuckles. So, you can think of this as like a triangle on your palm that you're always continuing to press down. So when I say press your knuckles down, I'm thinking really the knuckles to where your fingers meet your palm rather than these more bony knuckles up here. Okay. So as you press down through your knuckles to where your fingers meet your palms, you'll grip the mat with your finger pads. From here, you can bend at this other knuckle here a little bit so that they pop up off of the mat slightly. But notice how I'm pressing down through those three important knuckles, of course, the rest of them, and then through the finger pads. So my fingers are a little bit bent. So I just want to mention this because anytime you're doing an arm balance, this is really the kind of planting of the palms that we want. And not only that, there is just a tiny bit of a lift, like a suction cup at the very center of your palm. So you're grounding through your knuckles, gripping the mat with your finger pads, and having that attention of a little bit of a suction cup up with your hands. I know I'm talking a lot, but we want to set it up well, right? So as you press down to where your knuckles or your fingers meet your palms, those knuckles, from here, simply want you to lift the heels of your hands and then lower, and then do it with control and focus. So lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, and keep your weight over your hands. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground through the hands. Take a moment. And you might be starting to feel a little bit of burning in the forearms. This is what we want. Now, from here, we'll take the hands and then prop up onto the fingertips like you're pinching something on the floor. So press down and then pop up like a little suction cup, tent the fingers, and then flatten. And then keep doing that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, tuck your toes under. Sit back on your heels. And if this is too much, you can always add a block between your seat and your heels. Gives it a little bit less pressure there on the ankles. But we want to open up the bottoms of the feet just for a moment. We'll kind of multitask. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Roll your fists around in a figure-8 motion. Switch the interlacing, same thing. Okay, now from here, open and close your hands really, really fast for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shake out your hands every which way. Really, really shake them out. All right. Shift back forward onto your hands. Point your toes. Looking down at your palms, spread the fingers evenly apart. And you've probably heard me say this before. I like my index fingers to be parallel and pointing straight forward. Now let's work on the shoulders here. So we'll exaggerate a little bit to start. So keeping your arms straight, shoulders over the wrist, belly firm. Begin to sink your chest down towards your hands and feel your shoulder blades slide together on the back. Do the opposite now. Press down through your hands. Feel your shoulder blades pull apart on the back. So you're rounding your spine, upper spine just a little bit. And now go between the two. So lower the chest down, shoulder blades pull in. Press the floor away, shoulder blades pull apart. So lower the chest, shoulder blades pull in. Press the floor away, shoulder blades pull apart. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, you should be feeling that. I certainly am. So we can call those scapular push-ups. And those are really good to do every day. It's really good to have that awareness in the shoulders. Okay, from here, press to your palms, and we'll get off the hands in just a little bit. Press through your palms, tuck your toes under, and now firm your belly. Now, something in crow pose is that we want both the chest reaching forward, but the protraction of the shoulders, so the shoulder blades pulling apart. So there's also a little bit of rounding in the spine. So it's a mix between the two, a gentle rounding, but also a reaching of the chest forward. Okay? So find this here in your tabletop position. The shoulder blades pulling apart on the back, but also the chest is still open and reaching forward. Press down through your hands, firm your low belly with your toes tucked. Lift your knees an inch off the mat. Feel like you could drag your hands towards your knees towards your hands. And now from here, tap your right knee towards your right armpit. Tap and place it back. Left knee to left armpit and place it back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take one more breath. And then lower the knees down. Cross your ankles behind you. Come to sit and come to lie down on your back. Have your two blocks nearby. And then as you come to lie down on your back, we'll start by bringing the knees just a little bit apart. So in your crow pose, your knees are going to be about hips width distance apart, possibly a little wider, just kind of depends on the variation that you're taking. But one thing that we do want to work on is the dragging of the heels towards your seat because we want to get really compact in the legs and clamp our knees closed. And when we clamp our knees closed, we're activating our hamstrings. Okay, so that's what we want here. And then the toes are pointed. So our big toes are touching. We're clamping the heels towards the butt to use the hamstrings behind us. So let's feel that by taking a block. Bring it between your kind of calf ankle area and your butt. Squeeze really tight. And then this second block, we're actually going to put between the knees. So not only are we squeezing the heels towards the butt, but we're hugging the knees in to activate through our inner thighs, our adductors. Draw your low belly in and then press your low back down into the mat so there's no space there, right? So as you press the low back into the mat, still squeeze, heels to butt, knees towards one another. And you should be working already, but we're not done. Reach your arms up and flex your hands back like you're holding something up above you from falling on you or something. Draw your low belly in again and think of closing your ribs in and down towards the front of the pelvis. Now, keep this engagement in the legs, heels pulling to seat. You're squeezing the block. You're squeezing the block between your knees. And then from here, start to draw the navel in again, look forward and lift your shoulder blades off of the mat, okay? Keep all of this, keep squeezing the blocks tight, and now start to pulse up towards the ceiling. 10, 9, like you're pressing something away. 8, 7, keep the belly drawn in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On the last one, we'll hold it for 10, 9, 8. See if you can get your knees closer to the armpits. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Let the head heavy back. Take the blocks out of the way. You might want to do a little happy baby here, kind of extend the legs. Just let that go for a moment before we continue on. Okay, so we've worked through the wrists, through the forearms, through the shoulders. We've worked on our abdominal engagement, our hamstring engagement, our inner thigh engagement. Now we kind of put it all together and really work on compression. Okay, so compression meaning same shape that we just had, but without the blocks. So drag the heels to your butt, big toes touch. The knees will stay apart, but still have that kind of resistance, that tension between your inner thighs. Reach your arms up Draw your low belly in, press your lower back down onto the mat, and then start to lift your shoulder blades off of the mat here. Okay. Now, here's where it gets a little fun. So, we're in this kind of supine crow pose, if you will. And, our elbows will be a little bit bent, which is also, something that you could work on. Widen your collarbones. Remember what I said about there's a little bit of a rounding of the upper spine. We're still reaching our chest forward. From here, we're going to aim to keep the connection of the knees to the backs of our upper arms. And then rock back, rock forward, lift your hips, and plant your palms down. Okay? And then we do the reverse of that. So compressing this shape, you're pulling the knees into the chest, keeping everything in really compact. And we'll do this 10 times. So rock back. That was 1. Rock all the way forward. Place the hands down. Lift the hips. That's 2. Keep the connection. Rock back. Rock forward. Do your best. 3. Rock back. Oh, rock forward. 4. Rock back. Rock forward. 5. You can do it. Rock back. Rock forward. 6. Keep the compression. Rock back. Rock forward. 7. Rock back. Rock forward. 8. Just 2 more. Rock back. Rock forward. 9. Rock back. Rock forward. 10. Lift your hips. Relax your head. Take a hang if you want. You could grab opposite elbows. Okay, let's put it all together. Bring your hands down to the mat, shoulder width distance apart. Grip the mat with the finger pads. Press the knuckles down, especially thumb, index finger, pinky knuckles, suction cup through the inner palms. The feet will be together, heels lifted. Widen the knees apart, but imagine you still have that block between them. So you're activating through the inner thighs and your pelvic floor. Bend your elbows straight back, knees as close to the armpits as available to you. Look forward, compress, draw your low belly in. So there's that rounding, the protraction of the shoulders. They pull apart, but I'm still reaching my chest and my gaze forward. If the gaze is down, I'm just going to go down. So I want the gaze to be out. As you shift forward onto your hands, point your toes. Now, firm your belly and drag the heels to your seat using your hamstrings. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If you fall, get back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, take a wide-legged forward fold for a moment. Just kind of undo, maybe sway the hips from side to side. Bring your feet to hips width distance apart. Bend your knees chin to chest. Roll up through your spine to stand. All right, that's Strength to Flow. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you back on the mat soon. Take care.